Hello there, this is James Oscroft, the year is 1978, and before your brain explodes or you dismiss his rambling, incoherent contender for the title of dumbest statement ever to be uttered by a human as merely another example of how all Republicans are idiots, Senator Mike Lee's ludicrous claim that the solution to climate change and almost every other problem facing society is not the Green New Deal or any other lefty, commie, pinko, hippie, vegan, socialist government tyranny, but for more people to get married and have babies, is in fact another defining example of the reality that the hashtag conservative mindset and worldview, for lack of a better term, is fundamentally the opposite of our own. This is Innuendo Studios explained in his most recent video, links there as the underbar, to those people who are not only able to understand but actually agree with his Aquaman and Tauntaun films ramble. The cause of almost every societal evil is outsiders and do-gooders defying the natural order of things, with the natural order being whatever makes the hashtag conservative in question feel comfortable and secure. Meaning that therefore, as far as they're concerned, just as the solution to school shootings is reintroducing mandatory prayer in schools, because in their minds that problem is the result of lefty, commie, pinko, socialist atheists infecting and corrupting young minds, and the solution to everything from the abortion issue to teen pregnancies and the HIV epidemic is more Jesus, because if everyone believes what makes me feel better, I mean what they're supposed to believe, then we can ignore the actual problem, because my feelings are the only issue here, I mean the problem will automatically be solved. Senator Lee's assertion that more people means bigger markets for more innovation, more babies mean more forward-looking adults, the sort we need to tackle long-term large-scale problems, essentially boils down to the solution to the problems caused by capitalism is more capitalism, with, just as is the case whenever people on what we describe as the right, to use such terms, capitalism, innovation, freedom, and what have you, being defined as whatever makes us feel good, just as the only real definition of socialism, cultural Marxism, postmodernist neo-Marxism, Islam, immigration, the global elite, or even veganism, as far as they're concerned, is whatever makes us feel uncomfortable, threatened, and judged. And if you're still asking, hang on, how in the name of the great holy donkey is merely having more children supposed to automatically lead to more forward-looking adults, and thus more innovation, when surely, since Senator Lee's argument appears to be that technological advancement will save human civilization, what he should be calling for is more investment in education and research and development of green technologies, then the bottom line is that, like every hashtag conservative argument about everything from healthcare to military spending, his argument is fundamentally moral, in inverted commas, at least as far as he perceives it, because note his deliberate advocation of marriage. Far from merely arguing for population growth as if simply having more people would solve anything, like every other hashtag social conservative in existence, he is arguing for society to behave the right way, with what is right once again being whatever makes him feel the most comfortable, specifically in this case some variation of the Leave It to Beaver 50s ideal of the stay-at-home mom and 2.4 children, based upon the assumption that all of society's problems from climate change to the opioid crisis are the result of society behaving the wrong way, having been led astray by the evil, corrupting influence of insert whatever scapegoat for all of society's problems the right wing is raging against at this moment here, with, depending upon who you talk to, even all of the supposed evils blamed upon immigration being part of the evil Jewish and or Democrat conspiracy to destroy superior white Christian society. That therefore the duty of government is to facilitate the imposition of good moral God-fearing American values upon the populace, while driving out, eliminating, and otherwise protecting society from all of the evil lefty, pinko, commie, atheistic, socialist, gay, foreign, vegan, feminazi, SJW, liberal, Hollywood, Muslim, Jewish influences that corrupt it, because when that is accomplished, all of society's problems will either be corrected by default, or in the case of climate change, assuming that you believe it even exists in the first place, be solved easily by the new breed of upstanding white Christian and Republican supermen who are free to invent 17 new things before breakfast without the evil lefty pinko socialist government sticking its nose in, because they know that darling wifey will have dinner on the table, that if their daughter ever even dares to have an impure thought about another girl, then a healthy dose of conversion therapy will set her straight in every sense of the word, and if their son ever dares to question authority, or even worse, their gender identity, then a spell in the army will be sure to beat that rebellious streak out of him. But that's not a tyranny though, and don't you dare ever insult them by describing it as such, because remember, it's only ever an actual tyranny if they're not the ones who are in charge.